Hey again, guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Walt Moore, aka Dan Wilson again, and I was just thinking that I have not done a product review in a while as far as a power tool review, and I can tell you that ever since I was a young kid, about 11, 12, 13 years old, I was just hooked on power tools, and I actually started getting gifts from my relatives on my birthday and on Christmas, which were, guess what, power tools. And what's really cool is I still have most of the same tools that I got when I was a kid, and a lot of them still work. Some of them actually don't anymore, but a lot of them still do. And I love getting new tools. I keep adding to my personal tool collection as much as I can afford to, and just certain tools that I've never had, and one of the newest ones that I purchased fairly recently, which I'd like to do a quick review on. Let me spin the camera around and see if we can kind of zoom in on it a little bit here. So what I have here is called the Skil 3x18 Sand Cat. This is a Skil belt sander. It's happened to be an 18 inch. This means it's 3 inches wide. The belt is 18 inches in, I guess you'd say, diameter. So let's get out of the box here. I've already been using this quite a bit, so it's got some dust and stuff on it. So far, I can tell you I have been absolutely thrilled with this tool. I love Skil brand power tools. Again, I don't have them as a sponsor. I'm not getting any reimbursements or anything for doing a tool review. But here's what it looks like. This is a Skil, again, Skil 3x18 belt sander called the Sand Cat. I've been getting some great results with it. It's got a very powerful motor. I kind of forgot what the amperage is on it. I can look it up on here. It is a 6 amp, I think. I can't quite make that out. So far, it's been a really good tool. It tracks really good. If you're not familiar with a belt sander, it's great for sanding wood especially, because a belt sander you can sand with the grain of the wood as opposed to a disc type sander that's going to leave swirl marks in there. You don't want that. So a belt sander is the tool of choice on most woodworking projects. So here's what it looks like. As far as on this side over here is a very neat dust filtration system, and it's got a really good filter in there. So when I'm using this traps at least 99% of all the dust right in here, so I'm not breathing a bunch of that stuff and damaging my lungs. Now to empty this, it's real simple. This fastens on the back of the sander right here. Hopefully you can see us okay. Okay, you just wiggle this a little bit. Okay, it just comes right off. Cleaning is super simple. Tilt it over, preferably over a trash can for the time being. My workbench is already dirty, so just give it a slight tap just like that. And out comes all the sawdust and everything, including it helps clean the filter that's inside there. Simple deal. So anyway, we'll slide this back on here. This tool comes with about a 6-foot power cord. I think it's about a 6-footer. That's usually more than enough. If not, we have things we call an extension cord we use on that. On the top here, it's like an LED light system that lets you know if you're using the tool correctly or not. If it lights up red, it means you're putting too much pressure on it. If you're running in the green arc, that means you're using it about correctly. And if I don't run out of camera battery right now, I'll plug her in and give you a quick demonstration. I got to make a little bit of room here, so a couple things out of the way here. One thing I love about it is with a belt sander, just about any type of sander, you're going to need to change out your sanding belt from time to time. And if you have other types of sanders, it could be a disc sander, you got to change out your sanding disc every once in a while because they tend to wear out. This is actually the second belt sander that I've ever owned myself. So far I love it. Belt change is super simple. There's a lever on the side right here. I pull this out just like that. That loosens up this wheel up here. If I got to change my belt out, I just slide this off just like this. Super easy belt removal. So if I got to change my belt, and this one's about due for it, I've just about worn this one out. I remember some of the older sanding belts from back years ago. Some of those were directional. If you look inside there, they would have directional arrows in there. Some of the newer belts don't have that. At least I haven't seen that on this one anyway. So this one, as far as I can tell, is not a directional type belt. One thing that helps, I will tell you real quickly, is that once you take your sanding belt off, just like emptying out the dust canister, take your belt and give it a little tap like that on your workbench or whatever. Help knock some of those particles loose. And a good thing to do too is, for what the reasons are, I noticed the one side of the belt over here has been wearing a little bit more than this side over here. And to be honest, I've already forgotten which side that was on. I think this was toward the outside. So what I'm going to do, and this belt is still usable, I'm just going to slide it back on there. What I want to do, since this is apparently not a directional belt, like I said, the old ones had arrows on there. You had to put them on a certain direction, and this one apparently doesn't matter. So what I'm going to do is flip this belt around. This happened to be a 40 grit sanding belt, by the way, in case you're curious. And it just slides back up around the wheels right here. Now, since this one's been used quite a bit, it's got some curling on the sides there. Makes it a little bit more of a deal to slide back on. Just have to fiddle with it a little bit. Well, it's not wanting to go back on that way. I thought it would. I think this side started first, I think. And we'll take it and turn it just a little bit like this. There it goes, just like that. Slides right back on there. Now, the thing to do is get your belt roughly in position as best you can. I can see this end needs to go in a little farther, so we just push it over just a little bit. That looks pretty good there. I'll pull this one in just a little more over there, and then we'll go ahead and retighten this. Now, this belt sander, as well as most of them out there, has a self-belt alignment system built in, so when I fire this up, it's going to align this belt up properly. Okay, one thing I almost forgot to do, and I tried to remember to mention this in every tool video that I do, is with any type of power tools, safety glasses are essential. Please do not try using a tool like this or any other power tool for that matter without proper eye protection. So let's get our eye protection gear on. There we go. Got a really good pair of safety glasses here. This is not especially loud sander, but with any tool it's going to make a little bit of noise. I'm pull my cord back where it's back out of the way, and we're going to check out this belt alignment system. So the way to do this is you want to just bump the trigger like that just a couple times. Okay, we've got our belt lined back up relatively good. Again, this belt has got a lot of wear on it, so it's not wanting to track just perfectly. I'll show you guys this tool in action. And again, when I pull the trigger on here, here are the LED lights on top. Right here is the green mark. Go to use the tool, we don't want it lighting up red. So, hand out some of our bottom. That's a quick demonstration of the Skil 3x18 Sandcat. In my opinion, an excellent tool for the money. Anyway, this tool, like many other tools, varies in price ranges. Just if you're into woodworking especially, a belt sander is just an invaluable tool to invest in. Very, very good tool to have. Again, Skil, I highly endorse. I've had a variety of Skil power tools throughout the years, and they have all done extremely well. I mean, very, very well. Again, when I mentioned tool pricing, I will tell you, I got this sander, again, at my local Menards store. I brag on Menards a lot. I go there a lot. It's a really, really good store. If you don't have a Menards store in your area, you can always go to menards.com and order through their website. But don't get the idea that I work there. I like the store a lot. A lot of great products, great tools, and great pricing. It just so happens this particular sander normally sells for about $40 or so on average. I got mine on sale for about 30. For about 30 bucks, this tool is unbeatable. There are, just like any other tool out there, there are lots of different brands and a lot of different price ranges. I have seen other belt sanders comparable to this one selling for upwards of $160 or so. So when I talk about tools and tool pricing, the thing to keep in mind, not just the brand, but also features and the power of the tool and various things that's going to meet your needs. And the big thing to keep in mind is how much you're going to be using the tool, such as if you're a professional woodworker, you're going to be using this tool every day of the week. You may want to step up to a more industrial grade belt sander, but for myself, I more or less am a woodworking hobbyist. This belt sander here, I'll use it maybe once or twice a week, and that's about it. So for me, 30 bucks for a Skil belt sander, I am a happy shopper. Been real thrilled with it. So anyway, just a quick tool demonstration there, and just a little product review for you guys in case you happen to be in the market for a belt sander or other power tools or whatever else. And if you guys have any questions about the stuff that I use here, about certain brands that I am familiar with and intend to endorse, just leave them in the comments down below. If you got any questions about anything, feel free to leave me a comment or what the heck ever. But again, a little quick demo on the Skil Sandcat belt sander. I want to thank you guys for checking out this video. Thanks again for subscribing to the channel for those who've done so, and for you new folks who maybe just found my channel just recently, I strongly suggest you subscribe to my video channel on here. I got a lot of great new videos planned for 2019. It's going to be a great year, and I'm looking forward to my channel exploding throughout 2019. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it a lot. Again, my name is Walt Moore, also known as Dan Wilson. And thanks a lot. Check in with you guys on the next video. Take care and God bless.